Good morning, everybody. I've got a help. I've got a helper today. Princess Darcy the Vizsla has been helping me put together the live video for this morning by sitting on my lap, trying to get onto the computer, aren't you? And I think it's going to be a bit difficult. Are you going down now? She'll sit looking out the window. Anyway, it is. What day is it? It's Wednesday and it's the 6th of May. And I just before I go into like the video, which is going to be self-care, I thought that I would correct an error yesterday, and thank you, David, for correcting me in a nice post. It's oxytocin, not oxytocin, oxytocin, which is the love hormone. If you want to find out more about it, then visit my video from yesterday, which is about hugs. And today, you wanting a hug? The doggy wants a hug, Princess Darcy. Anyway, I've got a huge thank you to give to everyone yesterday for the just the messages, their thoughts, the kind words, and the social distancing visit I got from Izzy with lovely flowers and donuts. My son Ross, who brought along the gorgeous Princess Darcy here, so I could have cuddles all day, and maybe for the rest of the week she's going to be staying with me. Donna for enjoying the sun with me, social distancing of course at all times, and beautiful bunch of flowers from a team that we were doing some virtual workshops with. So I was absolutely overwhelmed. So just to show that I am human, I had a moment or more of sobbing uncontrollably. I think that was maybe to be expected because it was the anniversary of my son's death. And I have these moments throughout the year, but just in case you think that I don't, I thought I'll just let you know, yes, I'm human like everyone else. And after you have had your sobbing uncontrollably, boy, it does feel better. You feel good. You got it all out, and I'm feeling really good. So for today, I thought we'd continue the theme of looking after ourselves by looking at self-care. So self-care is something we often overlook, but it's vital to improving your mood and reducing stress and anxiety. And I'm just giving Darcy a wee stroke and a cuddle here, which reduces my stress and anxiety. So an exercise I want you to do is, I want you to, after the video, to take a moment to write down what you do to take care of yourself, because taking care of yourself re-energizes you. Now, the problem is that we've been conditioned to think that if we do anything for ourselves, taking care of ourselves is selfish. But actually, only if you know what you need to do to take care of yourself can you then take care of and love other people. So taking care of yourself, particularly as a frontline worker, boy, I just don't know what they go through. I can't imagine. But they need to, if you're a frontline worker, you really need to take care of your basic needs and ensure that you have a good rest between shifts. Because due to overtime hours and working overload in this time of crisis, that is vital. And they will need tremendous support after this is all over. But just now for everyone, what do you do to take care of yourself? Well, it's all about balance. So you need to actively plan. This is sometimes people think, oh yes, I do take care of myself and I'll have a spa day and I'll do this, do that. But actually you really should be doing something every day and actively plan it. I mean, it only needs to be a minute or two. It doesn't need to be for hours. It's lovely to have a whole spa day. And when this is all over, I think I'll be hopefully visiting. I haven't actually been far north in the islands, but I'm going to visit the Scottish Isles, and hopefully the Irish contingent can come with me, and then the Scottish contingent can go over to Ireland to see gorgeous Ireland as well. So there are things we're I have just now, just must mention that the sky, blue sky, I mean the sun is splitting the skies. We don't have any clouds, and I think some other people are maybe having rain just now, but in Glasgow here it's absolutely gorgeous. So back to self-care, you need to actively plan something, and you've got to tell others that you are going to take this time and space so you are not interrupted. Now, you need to be aware of what you do and why you're doing it. So you need to know what it feels like to take care of yourself, and you need to know what you want to achieve by this taking care of yourself. Everyone, of course, will do something different, and that's fine. We all are individuals. You need to cross off what you're not going to do, and that is in this time and space for self-care. You're not going to be answering a text, answering emails, answering the phone. You're not going to be rushing to kind of get to your virtual meetings. You need to plan it that you're not doing these things. And of course, during this time, particularly this time, the situation we're in, do not immerse yourself in news. Restrict yourself to once a day. Look at a credible source. There's so much information which we don't know whether it's fake or whether it's not. There's repetition of lots of negative news, and it's all about deaths and doom and gloom. And we hear some of the positive news, but please restrict yourself. By doing that, you're taking control, and you actually won't be as anxious or stressed. Constant monitoring of the negative news will stress you out, and you'll just become more anxious. Now, a daily routine is important. Now, I know it can be difficult because we've now got children at home and we've got partners at home and we're not going out to work, but trying to get into a daily routine, and you've got to think of what you're going to do for self-care, because it's important, and try to have a daily routine. You want more cuddles here. And keep to normal activities where possible. Now, for your time and space, here's some exercise. Plenty of people do a morning run or an evening run, and that's fabulous because physical exercise is good for you, and it's good for your physical and your emotional health. It lifts your mood and it re-energises you. But you shouldn't force yourself to run. But I've often said, I laugh, but I'm actually, in my imagination, I follow all these joggers. I can imagine myself doing the 10K, and of course I feel better about myself. And as I said before, there's some research shows that if you're even thinking about these things, you can actually improve your muscle tone. So by the end of this, I will really be toned up. I'm hoping anyway. So you should do something though. If you like doing it, it's got to be what you actively enjoy. And then that leads to improved mood. Remember to eat well, of course. And I see Neil's watching just now, and I think people might think he's cooking, but I think his wife is a fabulous cook. So they're having healthy foods, plus some really goodies as well. We can't just always restrict ourselves to everything that is healthy. I've got to restrict like my chocolate intake. I'm finding it quite difficult because I'm not one of these people that can take a bit of chocolate or a biscuit out of a box or something. I've got to eat it all, so I've got willpower. I'm working on that. Get enough sleep. Now, there's research, lots of research says that we've got to have 7 or 8 hours. Now, over the years, I'm somebody who probably maybe sleeps. I get by on less sleep than that, but it suits me. And I often have people contact me to say, I didn't sleep and I can't sleep, and, I don't know what to do. I go to bed and I don't want to sleep. Now, there's no point really in tossing and turning. I suggest usually to them that maybe sleep's not appropriate at that time. Just get up, make yourself maybe a hot drink, or try and relax. And there's even one lady, she's in her 80s, but she said to me, I can't sleep and I don't know what to do. And I find myself sleeping in the chair. And it's a recliner chair. Now, she was having about 6-7 hours in that recliner chair. So, in fact, it really was sleep. Might not be very good for the posture, but in fact, she is getting sleep. And, of course, power naps. I'm quite good at that. But you must remember that a power nap is 10-15 minutes. It's not 2 hours, 4 hours sitting in the chair. That's not a power nap. And you can feel yourself maybe even falling into a bit of depression, actually. You'll feel a bit low. a power nap should re-energize you. And I think if you're able to do that, I think 10 minutes gives you more energy for an hour, I think. So that's absolutely fabulous if you can do that. I'm not sure whether you can teach yourself to do that. I suppose you could. You could maybe, I'm thinking, set aside your alarm, get yourself sleeping, and then it wakens you in 10 minutes. I'm not sure whether that really would make you feel energized or not. But you do what suits you, so if of course you find that you're not sleeping at all and it is impacting in your life, you really do need to seek obviously professional medical help and maybe get a checkup to find out if there's something else that's wrong. Spending time with those you love. Now that's good if you're living with people just now and you're close to your loved ones, but there's so many people. I mean, there's been people giving birth, grandparents not able to see their grandchildren. So I ask you to visit yesterday's video because I talked about hugs. Hugs are extremely important. And what did we do yesterday? In fact, I think Donna said to us, I got into it. It was a wee bit creepy to begin with, but hug yourself. Remember, just give yourself a nice hug. And of course, virtual hugs. Virtual hugs are just, it makes, getting all your words yesterday and virtual hugs from you made me feel good. So it does work. Do an activity. I'll have a walking here. I know you're up again to see am I not giving you attention. Doing a regular activity each day for at least, now you need to do these things for 30 days so that they become a good habit. And of course, anything you want to be a good habit, you have to practice. And that's why I designed my short ABC, because you don't need to do an hour, 2 hours, every day out of your life. And I've designed them because lots of people used to say to me, I don't have time for this. So in fact, what we did was to just short, there's 2 minutes or something. And remember my affirmation, I feel good, the 3 P's. Your breathing, B for the deep breathing. And of course, C for your creative imagination. It just is fantastic. The power of the mind, it can take you anywhere. And if you watch some of the videos of people are posting up, I think there's one artist, she's posting up like this calming lapping of the waves on the Hebridean Islands. And it's just the sound of it, so soothing. It's wonderful. So you can imagine yourself there. Now, during this pandemic, I think it's very important to remember, first of all, this situation will not last forever. And of course, the more we can do to help, then the period will become shorter, we hope. We have to have hope of this. Focus on things that are positive in your life. When you feel yourself getting low, look for positive stories. Look for positive pictures. Remember, I talked about your inspiration board. Look about having an inspiration board or your achievement board, and you really will feel good. It's something you're aspiring to. And of course, do my ABC. Very quick, easy, and it lifts yourself right away. Know, of course, that it's normal to be overwhelmed and stressed or upset. This situation is giving us time and space to think about how we're feeling, and we can't possibly be positive all the time. And as I say, yesterday when I got overwhelmed, it was actually a wonderful release, just crying, sobbing uncontrollably. And I just kind of got it out there. And of course, because I can do that and there's no one like beside me going, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? It's important to have your time and space. And I've often talked over the past weeks on take yourself off to the bathroom, take yourself where you're alone and nobody's going to keep asking you questions as to why you feel low or why you're crying. Talking, of course, to others, but positive people. You really have to talk to positive people. Writing. Write a journal, not the War and Peace, book, just a journal. Writing down your feelings and your thoughts can really help as well. And of course, doing something creative. Now that can be baking, it can be cooking, it can be painting, it can be art, drawing, dancing, singing. All these things lift your mood. And of course, meditation. So meditation, there is a tendency to think you have to do like a half-hour meditation or, an hour. There isn't any need to do that. You can do the short one. My short one can lift yourself and you're feeling good within just a minute or two. So the creative imagination exercises, like yesterday we did the one where we imagined we were on the golden path. You can create your own images and you'll feel much, much better. Now, if you have children, and particularly children who will understand, now even if you've got babies, it's interesting that if you are stressed or anxious, your babies will pick up on that. They pick up on every mood. And it's important that when they're able to ask questions, when they're asking questions about, what's happening, I think you have to be truthful, you have to be factual. Don't upset them unnecessarily, but listen to their concerns. And then, of course, again, anything you're talking, it has to be from a credible source. And listening's very important. I think listening more than anything, listen to their concerns. Give them that extra love, the care and attention. And if you're working from home, which lots of people are, there might be a tendency to go away, I'm in the middle of work. Well, it's back to that S-A-F-A. Remember, my F is not the horrible word. I'm talking about full attention. So when your children are coming up to you or your babies, give them that full attention. Even if it's 5 minutes, it's really worth it because they'll know that you're focusing on them. And they need to know as well that it is okay to feel upset, but they need to feel safe and secure. You can get them actually to do the ABC as well. It's a good habit that they can create. And just saying, you can say together, I love myself, I feel good about myself. So you can get the children to do that as well. And if you're not socially distancing, of course, and you're at home, give them a hug. Touch is really important. And of course, it's never too early for children to start thinking positively and feeling good about themselves. So lastly on this, before I go into my meditation, laugh. Find something to laugh about. And laughter is the best medicine. And remember not to laugh at people. You can laugh at yourself, but laugh with others and find something that makes you happy and you will feel good. And I can see people watching, and thank you so much. It's just much appreciated. I'm not sure I don't know what that really means. Will I touch it? It says here, bring them on camera. Wait till we try. I've not done that. What does that mean? Bring them. No, I don't know what that really means. I've done something there. Anyway, I'll find out what that is. Technology, isn't it? I hope you're able to see me. I can see you and people are waving. So that's lovely. I'm going to do my meditation now. I did kind of put it out there as to what did you want, the floating clouds or the golden sphere? And somebody answered right away, and you're just wanting a cuddle as well. We'll need to meditate together, doggy. So they asked for the floating clouds. So I'm going to do the floating clouds meditation just now. And you off there, down on, no, you're going to sit. The doggy's going to sit and maybe listen to me. So we need to do again, what is it? We need to sit with our back straight, posture good, because it makes you feel good, and your feet on the ground. And I mean, it's a glorious day. I know one of the groups I was talking with, he took himself out when we were doing the meditation, and it was lovely. He was on the grass. And so if you can do that, it's absolutely fabulous. But inside, just feet on the ground, your shoulders back, and then you've got to breathe, of course, the diaphragmatic breathing. Remember, it's as if you're blowing up a balloon, not the shoulder breathing, which is shallow, but you're deep breathing, and that energises your body. So you need to sit comfortably, of course, even with your back straight, it's to be comfortable. And then we close our eyes, so that you're really just getting into this meditation, which is very effective if you want to increase your positivity. And when you do this meditation, you will feel that you can move forward with a positive attitude and a positive mind. So close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and then exhale through the mouth. Now take another deep breath in through the nose, hold, and then exhale through the mouth. Now imagine you're lying down. You feel calm. You feel relaxed. You look up at the blue sky and imagine soft clouds slowly floating by. You feel as if you can touch them. They continue to float by, soft and silent, changing shapes, fluffy, wispy. You can imagine anything you want. You feel calm. You feel relaxed. Now take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold. And then relax. As you take a deep breath in and exhale, you can open your eyes and you can say your affirmation. I feel relaxed. I feel confident. I know I can move forward with a positive attitude and positive mind. I feel more positive. Now, after you've finished the meditation, that's it, finished. You stretch, always stretch, and just shake yourself just to kind of relax the whole body. And you should feel that. Now that was, I don't know, a couple of minutes, maybe a minute, 2 minutes, and it really will raise your spirits and your mood. And I hope that that sets you up for the day. It sets me up for the day knowing that I'm being watched and that you're giving me feedback as well, which is wonderful. Much, much appreciated. We feel valued. I feel worthy. And that's kind of my affirmations. So I hope you feel that too. And I'm missing everybody, obviously, but just the thought that I can do something like this and other people are watching, then it makes me feel good as well. So have a positive day. I don't know what I'm titling tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to call it. If somebody has a suggestion, I've gone off the thinking about what the word that the title's got to match the first letter of the day. So I think that I see, I'm just wondering there because David's just come on that the breathing of the shores, that listening to the sound of the sea. I'm wondering, maybe calming Thursday? We could maybe do something like that. If somebody's got a better title, please post up or private message me. And if you need any other topics to be discussed, you can private message me as well. Have a fabulous day. I'm hugging myself. I've got my nice doggy to give a hug to as well, and virtual hugs to everybody. Kisses and virtual hugs. Thank you. Bye.